We've covered intuitive machines before, and a lot of you have been asking us to revisit it. So here we go, because the last few weeks have been absolutely packed with developments. The biggest one landed today, NASA's Ignition event, where the agency outlined its plans for a permanent lunar base, accelerated commercial partnerships, and landings every 6 months. They're pausing the Gateway orbital station to focus directly on surface infrastructure, landers, vehicles, habitats, and intuitive machines. As one of the primary commercial lunar transportation providers and one of 3 teams competing for the Lunar Terrain Vehicle contract, is positioned right at the center of that strategy. Now, I want to be clear, being positioned well and actually winning the contracts are 2 different things. But in my opinion, the strategic alignment between what NASA just announced and what Intuitive Machines has been building over the past 2 years is hard to ignore. This is not financial advice. Everything here is based on our opinion and our own research. Let me catch you up on the financials first, because the Q4 earnings dropped last week and there's a lot to unpack. Q4 revenue came in at $44.8 million, which missed analyst expectations. Full year 2025 revenue was $210.1 million. The net loss was $106.8 million for the year, and the company is still not profitable on any traditional basis. So the actual backward-looking numbers were underwhelming, but then management issued 2026 guidance of $900 million to $1 billion in revenue, roughly a 5-fold increase, and said they expect positive adjusted EBITDA for the first time. That's the number that got the market's attention. The backlog tells you where the confidence comes from. It jumped to $943 million by the end of February 2026, up from $213 million at the end of Q4. That massive increase reflects the Lanteris Space Systems acquisition, which closed in early 2026, and new contracts, including an SDA Tranche 3 award. So roughly 2/3 of the 2026 revenue guidance is already covered by backlog, which is a meaningful level of visibility for a company growing this aggressively. In my opinion, the backlog provides more substance behind the guidance than you typically see from pre-profit space companies, but it still requires flawless execution on complex programs to convert that backlog into actual recognized revenue. The NASA Ignition event is, in my opinion, the most significant external catalyst for Intuitive Machines since the original CLPS contract awards. The shift toward a permanent lunar base with regular landing cadence creates exactly the kind of recurring plannable demand that Intuitive Machines build, connect, operate model is designed around. They build the landers. They're building a communications network for deep space through the Near Space Network Services contract, essentially positioning as the data relay layer for lunar operations, and they operate infrastructure as a service for both NASA and commercial customers. The Gateway pause is particularly relevant because it redirects funding and attention toward surface infrastructure, which is where Intuitive Machines' core capabilities sit. The Lunar Terrain Vehicle contract is the next major catalyst. Intuitive Machines is competing against teams from Lunar Outpost and Venturi Astrolab, and analysts estimate the LTV program could represent $200 to $300 million in annual revenue for the winner. A decision is expected soon, though government procurement timelines have a habit of slipping. If Intuitive Machines wins the LTV, it would add a substantial new revenue stream on top of the existing backlog. If they don't, the growth story still has legs through CLPS missions and satellite manufacturing via Lanteris, but the narrative would take a hit. The risks are real, and I don't want to gloss over them. Government dependency is the most obvious one. NASA budget cycles, continuing resolutions, and potential government shutdowns can delay contract awards and push revenue recognition into later quarters, which is exactly what happened in Q4 2025. The company committed major capital to acquisitions. The Lanteris deal alone was roughly $800 million, with KinetX adding another $30 million on top. And while a $175 million capital raise provided liquidity, the financial position remains tight until until sustainable profitability arrives. Integration risk across multiple acquired businesses while simultaneously executing complex space missions is not a small challenge. Competition for the LTV and future CLPS awards is legitimate. And the 2026 guidance, while backed by strong backlog, requires the kind of execution precision that space companies don't always deliver. Every mission delay, every integration hiccup, every procurement slowdown chips away at the timeline. So in my opinion, Intuitive Machines coming out of the NASA Ignition event is one of the most interesting setups in the space sector right now. The strategic alignment with NASA's new lunar roadmap, the $943 million backlog, the pending LTV decision, and the transition from pure mission provider to vertically integrated infrastructure company. That's a combination of catalysts that could drive meaningful re-rating if execution follows. But the gap between a $210 million revenue company and a $1 billion revenue company in a single year is enormous, and the margin for error is thin when you're still burning cash. I think the next 2 quarters will tell us a lot about whether the transformation is real or aspirational. I could be wrong about how this plays out. This isn't financial advice. Do your own research. Drop a comment and let us know which stock you want us to analyze next.